Hello, Professor Morgan here, showing you how to set up stuff in Canvas. So this is the fourth video. So I have a video showing you how to set up your syllabus, how to set up your gradebook, how to set up attendance, and now we're working on some more stuff when it comes to setting up your class. And this is philosophical as far as how you want to run your class. But first thing I'm going to look at is, wait a minute, so this is the class I'm working on. Why does this have a image and these have images? I want an image. Okay, so that's the first thing we're going to show you how to do. So I'm going to click on the class. Okay, and don't worry about this right now. So to add an image, I'm going to go down here to Settings, and I'm going to go to Choose Image. So I have to choose. I found an image before that I want, and this is a literature class. So I found a royalty-free image that kind of I felt like really kind of connected with that. There it is. And now when I hit Update Course Details, okay, it puts it there. But now when I go back to my dashboard, check this out. So I think that's helpful because, like, as students go and they look, or even as teachers, you can kind of tell what class it is based on the image. So yeah, so that's thing one. Yeah, how fun! How fun is that? All right, now let's talk about some conceptual things. So when you first log in to the class, you can set where it goes to. Okay, and how you do that is to choose the home page. So if I click on Home. Right now, it goes to the syllabus. And why does it do that? Okay, because over here under Choose Home Page, I have it set up that the home page is the syllabus. I'm like, oh, so I could change it to any one of these things, except for this one is grayed out. Pages Front Page. What is that? Well, actually, I'm going to show you how to create that and actually show you why you shouldn't do that. You're like, what? Just trust me, okay? So but we also need to learn how to do pages. So pages are the next thing we're going to be doing, and we'll come back to this concept of setting the home page here in just a second. So pages are found right here. Now pages are basically just a place where you can put information. So I'm going to click on Pages. And so I want to create a page, and it's just basically a text box. I can give it a title. Let's say I want to do Welcome to English 213.01. Okay, and then let's say I want to add an image, I could go to, again, images here. I could upload an image. I'm going to use that same literature image that I used before. And it's just decorative, so I'm just going to click on that. That's just an accessibility thing. Okay, and then hit Submit. So I've got my image right there. Okay, and then let's say, what else do I want to add to this? Well, I probably want to add information about the course. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video and do that. Okay, so all I did is I added the image, and then what I did is I just added information about the class. Where it meets, and when the first day of class is, and stuff they need to know, including my email address and stuff like that. So there's just some information that I did. I just created a page. All it is just information. And there are hyperlinks that you can have in there and stuff like that. Okay. Then I would hit Save. Now I have created a page. Okay. Well, isn't that special? Okay. But you say, wait a minute, why is there a little eyeball with a crossing? Because I haven't done it yet. I haven't published it. That's the big thing about Canvas, is that you can create stuff, but you haven't made it live yet. You've just kind of set up a template for it. So when I click on Pages again, okay, so that's the page that I just made. Okay. Now we talked about, well, you can make a page like the front page, like if you want it to be a landing page, and how you could do that is if you click on the three dots. Well, I need to publish it first, I think, and then I can say Use as Front Page. Okay, now I'm showing you how to do this, but I'm recommending that you don't do it this way, okay? Because when I go back to my home page, okay, now when I go to Choose Home Page, I can select that Pages from Front Page because I just created that, okay? So let's say I do that instead, and now when I hit Save, so like when a student goes and logs into the class for the first time, or just anytime they click on the class, boom, there's the information. Now that may be very helpful for the first time they log in, but after that, when they're trying to actually do the assignments and get to the coursework and stuff, then they have to jump elsewhere. And that's not super helpful. So I am going to recommend a different way to do it. I just wanted to show you what this first page thing is. Okay, so let's go back to Pages here. Okay, and if I try to click Unpublish, it's not going to let me. It's going to say You're like, oh. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, if you run into that problem, click View All Pages. Okay. And then I'm going to remove this as the front page because it really likes it when it says it's front page. And now I can unpublish it. So now it's unpublished. Okay, so now when I go back to home, it's gonna be like, what am I gonna do? What happened here? Well, I'll explain in a second. But it changed. It just moved. There is no more front page, so it defaulted to course modules. So I'm gonna move this back to syllabus for just a second because, oh well, yeah. I'm gonna not. I'm gonna just say what I recommend that you do is have your landing page be your course modules page. And I've already kind of done some work here, but I just want to kind of show you this. Okay, so set this as course modules, and here's why. Because if you set up your course via week, however the format is, it could be via subject. It's like whatever. However you set it up. I had set mine up by weeks, and I've already set these up ahead of time. I just found a calendar. Hey, look at this, a PDF calendar. And I just said, okay, well, the first day is the 14th, and then I just created each of my weeks being, those days. Okay. And how I created a module is, I'm going to show you how I create a module and how you kind of do this thing. Because I would still want to have that general information, that page that I created. So I'm going to create a module for that, and I'm going to call it Welcome to ENG 213. 01. Okay, so I'm going to add this via module. We're not going to get into the prerequisites for the lock until we'll just worry about that in future videos. And I added a module. Now, it added it. Where did it add? Way down here. Okay, so to move it to the top, I just go whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, I'm going to pause the video and move it all the way to the top. Okay, so I've made this little module up here, that Welcome to English 213 111, but there's really nothing in this module. We haven't added any content to it yet. What could I possibly add? Oh, I don't know. How about that page with the information about Welcome to 213? So how I add information to a module is I click on the little button, the plus button over here, and I can choose from different things. Okay, now I haven't really created any assignments or anything, but I have created a page. Okay, so if I click on page, there it is. That's the page that I created. Or I could even go to create a page if I wanted to, but I'm going to say go ahead and click on that and add the item. And now you can see it's there. And let's go ahead and publish that. Publish this module. Okay, and we'll go ahead and publish that. Okay. Notice that, and then I haven't published anything else. Okay, so I've just published those. So now, when I view this as a student, okay, so again, I've chosen my home page to be the course modules, and I've got this set up here. Okay, and now as I view this as a student, when I log into the access denied, oh, because I'm a student. Okay, hold on a second. Let's leave student view. Okay. When I click on the class, it's going to go right to modules, but then when I view it as a student, then I will see the welcome thing, and then when they click on here, guess what they're going to find? That page. Okay, and then if they want to get back to, well, what we're going to do next in the course, if I just go home, then this is where we're going to add some more stuff, and I'll do that really quickly. So let's go ahead and get out of student view. Okay. Now the next thing is week 1. So let's say I wanted to have like a little introduction page here that kind of explained what we're going to be doing for the week. So I'm going to go ahead and just pause the video and create another page. Well, I'll just create another page real quick. Again, I'm just going to go to pages. I'm going to add another page, and I'm going to call this learning objectives for week 1. Okay, and now I'm going to pause the video and put some stuff in here. Okay, so I've just created a new page, learning objectives for week 1, and I just put some stuff here, the goals for the week, read the syllabus, take the syllabus quiz, and I put the due dates. So again, for me, I have my due dates due on Friday night. I won't get into the reason why, okay? Once I've created this page, then I hit save, okay? And then when I go back to modules, okay, so again, I went ahead and I just created modules for every single week. So I need to add content to this module. Well, so I'm going to go to add this. I'm going to go to page, okay, and there the learning objectives for week 1. I'm going to hit add that item. So now that's there. I'm going to go ahead and publish both of those. Publish all the items. Woo! Look at that. Okay. So and then again, we're gonna end this video pretty soon. But then I would link like the syllabus in here and create the quiz, which we'll do in the next video. Okay. But one thing I want to show you is again as we view this as a student. Okay. So again, when they go to the home page, okay. Hold on one second. Okay, I freaked myself out, okay, because I'm like, wait a minute, I'm in the student view and I'm not seeing that page that I did. The student view, when I look at the professor view, it's there, but when I go to the student view, it's not there. You know why? Well, it's because I haven't clicked that little button. See, this is how you can hide the stuff that's from the week. That's what they can see what they're going to be doing. Anyway, so there's the learning objectives for week 1. So basically, when they go, to the home, so let's say they click on welcome to ENG 123 thing. Oh, okay. Now what do? I go home. Okay. Now what am I going to do? I'm going to go to the next week, and I'm going to go to the click on the next thing. And again, there's more stuff to show you about how cool things we can do with that. But this is basically, again, showing you how to kind of set up those things. So we showed you how to create the little image for your class. We showed you how to create a page. We showed you how to create modules, and I showed you kind of how to set up stuff. And we started adding stuff. So that's a pretty good lot of stuff to do in this video. All right, thanks.